Now, Britain's plastics industry is pledging this morning to boost recycling and stop waste going to landfill sites. The Plastics 2020 Challenge is a commitment launched today promising to double the amount of plastic packaging the industry recycles by 2020. This is the first time manufacturers and processors themselves have set their own targets. Here's one reason why. The government-sponsored Waste and Resources Action Programme, or WRAP, says the use of plastics in industries like packaging, construction and cars is still increasing, and we already use more than 5 million tonnes of plastic per year. Michael Warhurst from Friends of the Earth says this latest campaign won't be enough.
Firstly, we think their target is quite low. We would like to see something like an increase of 5% per year in the recycling target, going up to at least 80% being recycled by 2020. And secondly, we are rather unconvinced by industry voluntary measures. We don't know how they're going to make sure this happens, and I think it would work much better if it was a decision by government.
Well, let's talk to Calum Forsythe, who's president of the British Plastics Federation. Good morning, Calum.
Good morning.
So, doubling plastic packaging, how do you actually achieve that?
Well, the
recycling, I should say, of plastic packaging.
Doubling of recycling. If you look at the UK at the moment, we are currently recycling a recycling rate of about 24%. Our target is clearly, as you say, to double that. The issue that we have here is that we can't do that alone, and today is about launching the challenge, and that's the challenge really. It's challenging the industry itself, but also challenging local government, national government, local authorities, consumers, etc., to work with us. Let's understand the issues and then look at how we can move that forward.
It's fine to say everybody else come and help us, but what is the industry itself going to do?
Well, if you look at it, we've broken it into 4 areas. We've broken it into reduce, reuse, recycle, and then when you can't actually recycle the product anymore, recovery from that and getting energy from recovery. We can focus very much on the first two, which is about the investment that we put in the industry to develop new materials, new technologies to reduce the amount of plastics that are used. When it comes to recycling, however, we do have to work together. The
problem with plastics, though, is they're so practical and so versatile. That's why their use has grown.
Absolutely. Plastics used in everyday life, it's fantastic, fantastic material.
You're fighting the fact that it's often more profitable and more sensible as a business to use plastics in a way, for example, where they are disposable, than when you have to go to all the expense of trying to recycle them.
Well, I think what we're trying to do is two things. We are continually, as an industry, trying to develop new technologies, new uses for plastic. You know, plastic blood, for example, is one of the latest developments that we're working on.
Plastic blood?
But we understand...
Can you just explain what that is?
Well, I don't want to go into that particularly today. That's a new development. But where we clearly are is when it comes to the reuse and the recycling of it, there's clearly a public perception that we need to work on.
But Friends of the Earth are saying, look, even if you do achieve this target, it's still not going to be anything like enough, because in 11 years' time, just 60% of plastic packaging will be recycled. That's not enough, they say.
Well, I think that's an interesting comment that I wouldn't actually disagree with. The first target that we've set ourselves is to, if you look at the benchmark across continental Europe, that would be Germany, who currently recycle a recycling rate of about 44%. If we can get near that, that's a great start. I think the comment's clear. If people will engage with us, and that's the challenge, if people will engage with us, if they'll come forward and let's understand the issues and work together, who knows what the target could be.
You wouldn't have thought it. The British Plastics Federation agreeing with Friends of the Earth. You heard it here first on Wake Up to Money. Thank you very much, Calum Forsythe. That's it from Wake Up to Money for this.